So my name is Michael Randolph, and I'm with the Center for Nonprofit and Community Development. So I've been working in the nonprofit sector for over 25 years. Before I begin to talk about the company and what we do, let me share with you a little history about me. I grew up in one of the poorest communities in the nation, the Sandtown community, located in Baltimore on the west side. When I say porous, I mean porous. As a young man, when I grew up, the only thing I saw was programs and initiatives coming in to help the community get healthier. Yet the only thing that happened in reality was that they got richer and the community year after year stayed the same. It was during that time when I asked for guidance from God to curate the training necessary to come back and uplift my communities and communities around the nation like it. So let me tell you about how God works. I lost my job around in 2013. And after losing that job, I was evicted and eventually moved in to public housing. When I was in public housing, 3 months after being in public housing, I found out that I had cancer. And they had to remove part of my left lung, the upper part or upper loop of my left lung. And then I had to go to a chemo. And it was only after that after I came out of dealing with cancer, that God just took me to another level. From before cancer, before moving in public housing, to only actually working with local nonprofits, to after cancer, and while in public housing, move to a national model. Okay, let's jump into it. So the Center for Nonprofit and Community Development was started in 2011 to provide technical support in two different areas, right? Two different areas. Organizational development to start up and existing nonprofits to enhance, increase, and strengthen their capacity to service their clients. In this climate that we are in now, with funding being cut from government to the private sector, nonprofits are closing every day, or they having to strengthen the service because of budget cuts. This workshop then addresses that by talking about financial sustainability in this particular period of time. The other thing we do is the neighborhood and economic development, building infrastructure. We work in some of the most distressed, marginalized, poor neighborhoods in the nation and providing what we call a comprehensive and holistic approach to transforming the community from inside, from the bottom up. Our approach to sustainability is framed around social entrepreneur using their business models, model and working with nonprofits to work with them to depend less on grants and more on earned income. We focus on creating national models and best practices. To date, we have provided technical assistance to over 1,300 profits, government agencies, faith-based groups, businesses, and individuals, and also have assisted over 350 new nonprofits get started by providing them with the paperwork to get started with that nonprofit. And we have worked with clients located in over 20 states, including California, Philly, New York, um, Colorado, Michigan, and in Florida, we have worked in we work with clients in 8 areas. And Florida's a big state. So we work with nonprofits in those counties that you're looking at. And the most recent one is Treasure Island. And keep in mind, all this happened in 2014 after cancer, after being evicted, and while living in public housing. Tell me God is not good. My training was from the private and the public sector that lenders, as well as developers, as well as investors, as well as other training opportunities that I made use of, because I understood you have to have the tools necessary to launch an effort to transform your community. Now, let's talk about what are the specialized services that we do. Well, we do grant development, including workshops. We do business proposal development, including workshops. We do community organizing, mobilizing, and community buy-in. It is so important that if you say you represent that neighborhood, you have to be able to show what efforts that you take to mobilize and get community buy-in. The other thing we do is community mapping and community building, as well as community strategic and tactical planning. Preparation for your 501c3, we talked about that. We've done over we've done over 300 groups. And program development. Program development is important for organization and program development. Organization is important because you have to build an infrastructure, and we build infrastructure in that organization. And program development is that you have to have a best practice, data-driven, evidence-based program that you want to go for funding for, and that's what we do. Community and economic development initiative is so critical to poor neighborhoods for them to be able to position themselves to transform and drive their own community initiative. So look, I hope this has helped you in terms of who we are, and we're looking forward to doing business with you. And also, here's our where you can reach us up, our phone numbers, as well as how you can reach us by email, LinkedIn, and Facebook. On LinkedIn, we have over 800 people that have recommended us from one skill set or another. And we list about 13 different skill sets, and people came in and they rated. They rated if the skill set I had was something that worked. So go there. We're really proud of that. And to keep in mind, all of this happened for the most part after 2014, and ain't God good. Ain't God good. So anyway, I talked too much. I hope this has helped you. Looking forward to possibly doing some business with you. But if I don't leave anything else, understand this, that nonprofits rocks. See, you are the entity that is the safety net when everything fails. And I take my hat off to you as a nonprofit. Please get in contact with us, and we're looking forward to working with you no matter what part of the country that you're in. Most 90% of our businesses is based on a model of virtual training. So we do virtual training and virtual meetings. That's how we've been able to provide technical assistance in terms of professional grant workshop and our other professional workshop to over 3,500 different nonprofits in over 25 states.